I mean, there'll be a good bacon sizzle after this one, but I don't see there being anything like, I don't know. There's not, I don't know. It's very lackluster for the second week to me. With so many good repeats on the table, um, you know, I think the girl scores last week. I thought the girl scores would be better than the guys, and it was honestly the closest. It was way closer than I thought it would be. I thought the girls would be way ahead, but yeah, I think this one will be a pretty even draw too. But I don't know, man. It's so weird. It's a lot of reps.
So did either of you watch uh, against Emma and then Jackson? Did either of you get a chance to catch that?
I watched the girls.
Oh, watched it live. Watched it live, brethren.
Okay. To me, and y'all tell me because y'all are the professionals here. To me, it's like if you're strong enough on the deadlifts, it's an unbroken workout on the deadlifts. To me. But then you saw someone like, just real quick, then you saw someone like Emma Lawson, and I have no idea what her one deadlift 500 pounds for all I know. But I think that was a great contrast with Laura, who we know is like King Kong strong, right? And then Emma, who is I think really still developing. So that was a curious back and forth there. And then what we saw towards the end of that is the opposite happened, right? Where Emma started to pick up speed on the burpees, Laura started to slow down on the burpees, and it kind of evened its way out. Obviously, Laura got the win, but I'm just curious, as you saw that, did that take any account into like the strategy of what you were going to do? We'll start with you.
Yeah, I don't choose my strategy. That's why I'm cool.
Thanks, Elle.
But I chatted with my coach a little bit.
Yeah, what did you guys talk about?
Yeah, we didn't really chat. It was more of like I said, "Oh boy," and he told me what I should do.
The same thing he told you, Micah. What did he tell you?
Well, okay, so I didn't get on that call because I broke a toe this week. Went to the ER on Tuesday morning. How
did you break your toe?
Okay, so look, I'll just be honest.
Because she'd already told you twice, right?
No, that's not how it happened. I was actually alone, so I trained in my basement. And look, it was a good day. I was squatting 395 for a couple reps, and when I squatted for more than one rep, it's a good day. Okay, it's a good day. So, anyways, I pull off the 10. All right, so back squat bar, nice Rogue rig. Rogue sponsor me, SML, whatever they call them things. Taking the 10 off, and I'm talking, y'all, it perfectly slices my toe. A 10, like a Rogue 10. All right,
you earned this,
dude. I was writhing on the floor. I was screaming. My neighbors, there was some weird stuff going on, and I take a. I sit to, so my stepmom is a nurse. So I'm like, hey, can I tough this one out? Like, I'm thinking about finishing this back squat. I said, now keep in mind, I'm screaming, like, it hurts. Like, I'm legit, it hurts, okay? I want to be the tough guy here and be like, oh, I walked it off like a champ. No, I rolled around the floor for 30 minutes, questioning my life. So, anyways, not to derail this, but, so I sent a picture to her. She's like, no, I think you need to go to, like, the ER now. Well, I can't drive. It's my right foot. I'm in pain. I can't walk. So my wife drives home from work. She picks me up. She takes me to the take a bunch of stuff. They're like, oh, yeah, that thing. Yo, man, we're going to have some fun today. So I'll leave all the details and gory stuff out. But after removing a toenail, it was a horrible, and needless to say, as said, he's almost ended today. Yeah, you're anything heavier. So, needless to say, I did not get all that out, but I'm on the IR. So, homeboy's at the beach tomorrow.
So all the crying and stuff was because you felt silly for dropping a 10 on your toe, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so I was like, man, when I tell this story, it's gonna be like, man, this thing was a 65-pound weight. Bet you never seen one of those before.
You got a 60. Yeah, I tell you what, High Temp local Alabama does make a 65. It's called a gorilla bumper. I have a set.
Do they really? Anyways, So
called a gorilla bumper.
prior to
you're
me,
not doing
yeah. So I'm not doing it. So prior to me, I could deadlift right now, but you wouldn't want to see me burp because it'd be only 1 foot and that hip would be jacked. So prior to me, conversation. What did Elle say to you?
I could read it word for word if you wanted me to. Let's see what he
But you
said.
have to read it
The
in
small
Elle's
word.
voice.
What?
You have to do Elle's voice. Go ahead.
No, I can't do that. He said he thinks it's an opportunity sent from the gods to check how my training is going. And honestly, I have been dealing with like a pinched nerve in my neck. So that's not really an issue for this workout, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, I think we need to break up the deadlifts to save energy for the burpees.
Agree.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
I told somebody.
So you do agree with that? Okay.
Yeah, I agree. If you like, she could share a bar with you to back squat, so it makes no sense to like the reps will be fast. So for us, I think as cats that like, you know, are taller than the average, and we have, you know, mass to move, it doesn't make sense for us to have to, if we want to keep the speed and have that, the gear to kick on at the backside,
Yeah.
right? When you get through the meat from 7 to 7 is kind of the meat and most of the workout, like, you know, over 50% of the reps, then yeah, it doesn't make sense. I mean, because you could breathe through them, but then, I mean, that little back pumps up. It's going to take a little longer to peel my big old body off the ground and do my little very, who knows? I mean, I know what the standard says word for word, but I'm so confused on the just get over the bar. That's what they should just put. Just get over it, don't kick it. That should be the standard.
I think that's going to be a question mark for a lot of people, right? That, like, I guess it's not new, but people are posting videos like, is this an okay burpee?
Brian Friend had a really good one.
Yeah, that's the one I just saw.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, exactly. And for those of you that are curious what we're talking about, it's the same bar standard from was online semifinals last year, right? Where you can essentially you don't have to take a 2 foot, you don't have to have a 2 foot landing. It's just be a 1 foot landing. But as what they're referring to very specifically is thing where you put your foot over the bar and you just kind of that little hop thing, and it's really the ha I got you right. And I think if you've ever done that, and if you though I wouldn't know anything about that,
I would.
really it really takes your heart rate down. Like it's dramatically different. With this new standard, there's a lot of blurred songs. It's
oh man, date yourself, old man.
I know, right? Look,
well, you did, dude. Happy late birthday. I miss on the dick.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're clearing up a lot of stuff. Like I think when they got rid of the tape for handstand push-ups, just the box now. Even though like I'm still in the box because I'm the size of a normal human. The standardized tape last week, I think that's cool.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't like I didn't like the stepping down just because I'm also like a rhythm creature. And then I had to do them rebounding yesterday. And I was like, it's so much better. But I don't mind that. I mean, there's many weird little things. Like the floor plans, I think, is a big enough step to take away a lot of the gamesmanship stuff. I mean, because remember like when, and you've seen it, like at certain gyms, people put the rower like under the pull-up bar and, the wall ball row workout. I mean, it's, but so I like that part of it. Like we're all playing the same game, but everything else to where like you don't have to reinvent the wheel for the standards. I mean, like you jumped over it or you didn't. I didn't like the year they made you hop your feet, like whenever they make the weird stuff. Like you don't have to make it harder. It's fitness. If I am fit, I'm going to make it hard myself. Or, down the line, that'll be. But, yeah, don't make it hard to judge. That's my thing. Yeah. Like, jump. Don't kick the bar. Boom. We're good. That's it. And that's what it is now. So I'm cool with that. I didn't know. I kept trying to watch. Justin didn't get no reps. Saxon got no reps, and Laura got no reps a few times, and I could not. I mean, I went back and watched a few. I could not figure. I didn't know if he kicked the bar or something, but
Saxon's
I don't think they were doing the aha.
Yeah, Saxon's was
didn't touch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I see. I go
'Cause
chest first. I want to do like
I went.
the wedding party worm. Yeah, got to. I will hit my nose if there's 55 or 100. There's going to be like a good 20% where I'm smacking this schnoz just right on the old rubber.
So this because you are both in the camp of breaking the or what part of the rep scheme? All right, this up is it sixes? Is it seven? When do you know? All right,
I would, in my head, I think probably 6 or 7, around there. I'll probably defer to Elle and see what he suggests. Because that's what
I told
do.
everybody. I told my girls who are that she's the opposite of us. Holly is speed demon,
Awesome.
super aerobic, not a powerhouse. So I told her pick a number, and I'll leave it up to her because she knows herself a lot. She's been in the game for a while. I told her to pick a number she wouldn't go over. So whether it's I'm not going to do a bigger set than 4 or 5.
I like that.
Go
That's
unbroken to that, and then everything after that's 2 sets. So I'm unbroken to 5. I'm going to go 3, 3, 4, 2 on 6. Nothing stupid like a 1 rep. Don't drop it for 1. But for the sake of saving the gear of, hey, I feel good at 6, we're bringing her on home or whatever number that is for them, on the backside. So that was kind of my advice. It's a burpee workout to me. I think my best open finish ever was that 55s workout, and I did an unreasonable set of 225 and then like a set of 10 or 12 to finish. But that's like my thing. And there were skills in that one. This is not that workout, but the hinge volume's okay for me. So I could do it unbroken. Yes. I mean, it's not that bad, but then I'm going to be crawling. And so it'll be like Elle told you, it'll be a good thing for me too. Like if I can stay dedicated to the same footwork every time and actually, breathe this week and not just snot all over my own face. That'll be nice. But
will you belt up?
No, if I do, will I bounce up?
No, will you wear a belt?
No, I don't do belts. I don't do belts.
You're
a belt. I don't do belts because I have a meat belt.
I got a meat belt too.
Well, like my back. So my back, it won't blow up unless it was like 315 for a bunch of reps. Then I'll get some pump. Like, yeah. What blows up on me? My heart will blow up. How about that?
True.
Is there a belt for my heart? No, my back's good. Like that's the hinge volume for me. And like I think that like my weird anatomy is I have the legs of a 5'6" man, but the torso of Shaq. So like I'm built for the hinge, baby.
This man loves.
I do. I swear I just know myself. Okay, Mama said if I don't love me, who will? And well, like my best friend Vic, he's not a tall guy. Our hip bones are in the same place, and I am a pretty good chunk taller. It's hilarious. But yeah, I'm like Earthworm Jim, all body, no legs for me.
Really good example today, and I'll credits due because effort into this Sam Smith, the OPEX guy. So he posted this and he said he was about to split. Thought interesting. So Horvath did 100 reps. So that means she did essentially through her deadlifts, right?
Yeah.
Roughly, right? And it was 3:23 on the clock. And Justin did the same 100 reps in 3:44. Here's the time. So she's got him at the 150 mark. Get this. Laura Horvat was at 6, and Justin was at 5. How much she dropped off. And I mean she guns ablaze, and I was like, oh, are you gonna be able to hold this girl? You and the drop, and basically, even from from the 150 mark to the 175 mark, she was from 620, where Justin was 549 to 651. That is huge. So you're talking, you're over halfway done, and that just is 636 and he's 549. So I think for the average person to go out and just split up your deadlifts, the burpees are going to probably average person going to be step back, step up. Like it's going to be a very slow. And I heard Matt Frazier talk about this on the. He was like, for your elite whatever 100 there is no pacing. It's like it's max sustainable pace, 7 to 8, and I mean that's, but for the average at 100 deadlifts and 100 bar face, if you look up and you've done the in 5 minutes, like I would probably argue you're in trouble. Like you're about to find a really.
If you watched,
Justin's
pace did not change the whole time on the burpees.
It didn't.
And where it did change was, I think it was 9, 10, 9. He would do a few pause at the top of the deadlift. You can see him take a really deliberate big breath, but burpees didn't change the whole time. And that was, look at the rep speed, burpees versus deadlifts. You can afford it instead of deadlifts. That's why I like breaking them up. I don't think it's bad. Just rep speed to rep speed for those two movements. Because it's like last week, making that box jump a step down and then that long transition to the box, which I did not. The standard for how it had to be was weird to me. It said don't angle the box, and some people had it sideways. But it's there's a lot of opportunity in the burpee, just like last week, to hang out, and so same amount of reps. And there's a whole lot more rep time, even if you stay consistent, which, he did, and she slowed down a little bit. So, and he stepped the whole time. He didn't look frantic the whole time. So, I think he was just like 18-wheeler building the speed, and then he finished really well. But, you could see him stop at a few times at the top of a deadlift and breathe, which, is not ideal for a lot of people. But if you're talking like, the top percent of the percent, then, resting in the movement. It's like Mal O'Brien at the games resting up here in the thrusters. And everybody thought she was crazy, and she, won that workout. So it's going to be funny. A lot more time to rest on the deadlifts than the burpees. I think it's a burpee workout if you were at that level.
You're going to warm up for this, and outside of my warm up,
she's not. She's going to take some podium to the face, pet Oliver, and 3, 2, 1, go.
There are Oliver pets programmed for my warm-up all the time. Honestly, when I think about this, I am not built for that hinging that Dex is built for. So I just need to really make sure that my back is warmed up, my posterior chain is working correctly, and see how it feels to put like 2 belts on tightly. See, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
like stacked.
Is she serious right now?
Do you do them like Goro from Mortal Kombat? You put 2 on.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That one didn't work.
Yeah,
I was trying to make a joke.
No, I got it.
Oh,
no, we definitely got it.
I knew you weren't joking. You're not joking, but you for sure would. You do.
I'm not gonna wear 2 belts if that helped. Maybe I would.
Yeah.
Just really make sure my posterior chain and my my core is working, and practice the burpee, and just like Doug said, really want to make sure that I nail the rhythm and figure that out, and so that I'm not figuring it out mid workout.
Yeah, or you figured out I've made a mistake.
Oh, I'm in the danger zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Dex.
No, same thing. I think like last week was very aerobic. This one will be aerobic. But I think when you get to 6, that doesn't need to be the first time you've cranked your heart rate. So I'd say get your heart rate up. And I think rowing is going to be a really good warm up for this, just pattern wise, and getting a good breathing rhythm and the same kind of tension that you're going to have in the workout, just like last week. But you like I know hinging's my thing. She knows it's not her. So things you got to iron out beforehand. But I think, I always talk about like my three things are scaps, core, and butt cheeks. And so it's even more so this week. I think if you neglect like getting your trunk warm, you're not going to be able to breathe. Because you got to think I'm hinging, and then I'm going to hinge to get down. I'm going to have to close my hip again to get up. So there's a lot more trunk involved than people are going to give it credit for, which will affect your breathing. If I can't breathe, I can't go. So I'd say definitely go everything shoulders down in your trunk from shoulder to hip, and definitely making sure your hamstrings are loose and your butt cheeks are at a real go green light, because they're going to be clammed up later. Tight jean Fridays.
Oh, goodness gracious. Repeatability on this type of workout. I mean, no surprise with a few times. It's 100 and 100. Like, this is not something that you recover. I mean, maybe you do. I'll be honest. If I was doing this, I don't know if I could repeat. Like, I'm just being in decent shape.
You're going to do it. You're going to do it. You're going to do it.
I got a
Sunday's going to
broken
come. You're going to be itching. Sunday's going to come. You're going to have like the antsy pants, and you're going to do it. You'll do like a one-legged weird hop. You're going to say, count it. Dennis Rodman.
Count it. But honestly, repeatability is people can repeat? No.
I don't think you should. I mean, I think I always tell people look at the taxes I'm going to pay, right? Like I was, and I'm not going to say I coasted it, but I wasn't selling my soul last week, and my erectors were a little lit, and I'm a hinge guy. And so I'm 100%. I mean, you throw the burpees completely out. This is 100 deadlifts at 225. If this was a regular Monday and somebody programmed that for you, you're going to pay those taxes till probably about Friday. And I had to do a heavy triple Wednesday or Tuesday. So I'm going to see how that goes. But, I don't think you, especially with the current format, if you're a quarterfinal person like shoe-in, definitely no. If you are a person that the open is your Super Bowl and you're just trying to punch it through, I'd say you would have had to done it today. So if you're watching this, get your ass in the gym as you start warming up if you haven't. So, but because you need as much time between that as possible. I mean, that back, you got a bum shoulder, bum ankle, cool. You got an extra one. You only got one back, and that CNS is not anything to play with. So you can't order a new one of those on Amazon. They don't make a brace that'll make that thing feel better to redo this one. So I would put your best foot forward and try to get this one and done for sure.
Kelsey, last question for you. I saw, and this was just gathered via the grams, you redid 22.1.
Yeah.
Okay. So
who do we blame for this, Joey or Ashley?
Here's my question. I know that most of us are surrounded with what would be called shoe athletes. A lot of people watching this are folks that are going to be in the top 10%. You kill the ladies. Would probably consider yourself to be. I'm curious.
She is, for sure. She just won an individual event. You kidding me?
Saying, Doc. So I'm just curious. What goes through that decision to redo that? And I mean, is that like hey, I really do need a better score? Confidence thing? Made that decision?
I didn't want to have to redo anything. But it actually came down, so completely my fault. I didn't do the open last year. I was not crossfitting last year when they introduced wall walks. So I didn't fully understand the standard. I knew that you had to start with your fingers on the line. I knew like all the line things, except for I didn't realize that my one hand was moving before both of my feet were up.
That's why I jumped mine.
So my judge kept saying, watch your hands. And in my head, I'm like, I'm coming down. My fingertips are hitting the line. Like, I'm fine.
No, she went.
I wasn't.
Yeah, you watch my hands.
So watching the film back, I sent it to Elle, and it was just like there were too many close calls that I didn't feel right about putting that score in with those no reps.
Good for you.
So
I have
did it
tremendous
again.
amount.
And I filmed it, and I did better. So there's that.
Yeah. Well, and here's my thing: is I watched a lot of people jump off the box on that 15th rep.
Yeah,
they are very high-level athletes that may or may not have their own shoe or, weird stuff. But, yeah. So, hey, dog, look, and I'm telling you, this is from a guy who, look, Ric Flair. I'm not going to do any more than I have to. I'm going to uphold the standard to the utmost. I'm going to move really well. But I'm not. That's why I jump both my feet up and do like the twerk team wall walk 100% because it was hard for me to keep a hand still. Yeah, yeah. But I saw a bunch of that, so I get that. I saw a lot of people last year that should have got heavily penalized for that. Again, weird standard things. I don't,
I mean, that was
yeah, good for you.
I wasn't mad at my judge or anything.
What'd you get the first time though?
What do you like rep wise? 300.
Yeah, that's good. You didn't have to redo that. That sucks. I was sniffing the ass at 300, and I was like, yo, we're good. That's like a hell of a day. We're good. 292, count it. Put him on up. We're training today. Yeah, that was doing that one alone was not fun. I've done an open workout with Joey, so I'm super jealous you get to do that all the time. He's a psychopath. One of the best videos on my Instagram is Joey yelling at me during the toes to bar double under clean workout. He's like, pick up the fucking bar, get mad, which I normally hate. That's the only time I've enjoyed it. It's the only time, because I'm not that. I'm like, it's going to happen or it's not. I usually tell people, shut the hell up, just count my reps. But it was the only time I've ever enjoyed it. Love that guy. Old Papa Joe.
Papa Joe. Dude. He is a good dude.
Somebody's father.
I know. Any parting word from before we jump off?
No, I'm going to set these cheeks on fire. What you talking about?
I mean, I'm saying it to myself as well, that it's just time to have fun again. Here we are.
You're about to have a lot of fun. You guys are going to be good.
Y'all are going to be good. I guess being able to throw down on a Friday Night Lights for the first time. Really, it's
no pressure.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Well, who's nice? Who's better at the gym, Oliver or Doug?
That's a good question.
Who's pooped in the gym more?
And we're talking humans, not dogs, right?
No,
definitely Joey then. But I'm.
Oliver has never pooped at open box.
Thank God.
I also have.
He shit in Invictus though, didn't he? He definitely pooped in Invictus.
When he was a little puppy and learning, yeah.
Good. Yeah, good.
Good.
Rob says because she doesn't feed him. That's why.
Wait, where is that at? Where do you see
that? That is her. Rob. That's her. Rob. That is her child. He probably eats better than all three of us.
I can check my camera right now to see what he's doing.
Oh my God.
Well, my wife is doing this workout right now. Look, it's a little fur baby. There.
He's sleeping.
He's an adult. You can see production artist Micah Shoemaker just got to get a new camera just to boost up his lady's Instagram.
Yeah,
You're gonna be influencers in the wild, Micah.
Look, man, I had to convince her. I was like, hey, she's like, why do you need a camera? I was like, because we need a camera to, get content and this. I want to do things. And she's like, well, camera, if you take and quote, make.
You're like, yes,
quote,
ma'am. Yes,
quote,
ma'am.
Make me look cool on Instagram. I was like, I think I can do that. I said, I think we got us a deal
Tell her I'm coming to town. We'll get it. I'll be close.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, Dex is gonna be like. I was like, I'll just go Dex down here. And
Team Hef
next
year.
Did you know this? Is that Dex is moving like 70?
No.
Yeah, I'm going from one country state to another. At least.
Wow.
Yeah. Going to Alabama. Who do I have to cheer for, Micah, so I don't get beat up? Is it Auburn or Alabama? I don't know which one's the lesser evil.
So I went to Auburn, but see, if you're be a Bama, you're gonna be a bandwagon fan. It's like cheering for the Yankees. Do it.
So I have to go for South Alabama. Good, got it. Jaguars.
Trash.
Oh, got it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Kelsey's like, all right,
Good.
y'all can.
Oh yeah, look, you start the fire, it doesn't go out.
He's just so
All
cute.
right.
I know he is. All right, I love y'all. See you later.
Good luck to your spines and butt cheeks later.
Peace out.